Hey everyone, Austin here with Paragon City Games for another walkthrough Wednesday. So this week we're going to be talking about Antiquity Quest. This game is pretty similar to Phase 10, except you're able to sabotage your other people's runs and sets that they've got going on. So the whole point of this game is to make collections. Now a collection is a set of 5 cards. What you're trying to aim for is you're trying to aim for a perfect collection of treasure and a perfect collection of antiquities. So I'm going to explain to you what the antiquity and the treasure cards are. So the antiquity cards are going to have a colored back with a number on it. The back just represents what civilization they're from. But when you play them down, you're going to want to play all of them with the same back. Now you also want them to have different numbers. If you have the same number with the same back, that's called a duplicate and it's not a complete collection. And I'll talk about that in a little bit as well. There are also wilds in each color, and they'll have a W up on top. These will count as any number and they never count as duplicates even if you have 2 of them in the same collection. Now there are also treasure cards, and treasure cards will obviously represent treasure from any civilization. Up on the top they won't have numbers, but they'll have a different precious rock that will represent what they are. And so they'll all have different point values as well. So we'll kind of go over the collections and what they are and how you can score them. So this down here is what we call a mixed collection. So you've got 3 of the reds, you've got a treasure, and then you've got a green. What that means is that somebody probably put down these 3 reds and then other people were able to sabotage it and they lost points because of it. When you score this is 250 points. This is what we call a standard antiquity. And the reason why this is a standard antiquity is because you have 3 of the number 2s right here. So it's not a perfect antiquity because you've got duplicates in here. This will score 500 points. So it'll be obviously twice as much as a mixed collection. Now this one up here is a standard treasure. As you can see, I've got 5 treasures, but 2 of them are going to be duplicates, which means it's not a perfect treasure collection. So this is going to be 750 points. Right up here, I've got 5 blue cards, and I've got them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what this means is that there's no duplicates and they're all the same civilization collection, and this is going to score me 1,000 points. Now this one up here is the one that you're trying to shoot for. This is called a perfect treasure collection. I have 1 of each treasure and there are no duplicates. This is going to score me 1,500 points. So when you have a collection that's complete, you'll stack them up on top of each other like this, so that way people know they're complete and they're done. You can't mess with them anymore. So let's say that you want to start a collection. How do you start a collection? Well, the way that you do that is you're going to play 3 cards that are matching. So for example, if I'm going to play an antiquity collection, I need to play 3 cards of the same color. So down here, I've got 3 of the reds. That's all I need in order to start my collection. Now I can play up to 5 if I want to, but the minimum I can put in a starting collection is going to be 3. So if I wanted to play all 5 of my orange ones at the same time, I'm definitely more than welcome to do that. Or I could play 3 or 4 if I wanted to, but then that leaves me open to being sabotaged by other collectors. Same goes for the treasure. You have to have at least 3 in order to start your collection of treasure. Now, after you've started a collection, you can actually play your cards on other people's collections that they've started. And this is how you can mess them up. So for example, I played these 3 reds. It goes to the next player's turn and they say, oh, well, I don't want you to get a perfect antiquity, so I'm going to drop a treasure down. So now they drop the treasure on me. It's a mixed collection. So that's how you can sabotage other players. Obviously, you don't really want to do that to yourself unless you just need to score points. You're going to be trying to work on some of these other collections first, and then you're going to want to sabotage your opponents. Now there are also going to be cards called Remy cards and Tessa cards that you'll play. So the Remy cards are going to allow you to draw 2 additional cards from the draw pile, and the Tessa cards are going to have you get rid of every card in the discard pile. So those are the cards, and that's how you're going to score your points. These are the different collections. So now the way you're going to play the game is at the beginning, everybody's going to be dealt 2 piles of 10 cards. You're going to pick one of the piles, that's going to become your hand, and the other pile is going to become your cash. When it's your turn, you're going to draw 2 cards from the draw pile, or you're going to draw the entire discard pile and put it into your hand. The reason why you would want to do that is to finish a collection or to start new collections. When you play on your turn, you can play as many cards as you want. So you can start collections, or you can add to other people's collections, or you can add to your own collections. If you ever run out of cards in your hands the first time, you're going to pick up your cash. And this will become your new hand, and you can keep playing with the new cards in your hand. At the end of your turn, the way that you're going to signify it's the end of your turn is you're going to discard an Antiquity or a Treasure or a Tessa card. You can't discard a Remy card because you'll just be drawing cards anyways. So let's say you get rid of your hand and you draw your cash. Now you're going to be playing cards from here out onto your collections and other people's collections. You cannot run out of cards from your cash hand until you have at least 5 collections on the field. Once you have 5 collections out, then you can run out of cards in your hand, and as soon as you do that, that's considered going out. So that will trigger the end of the round. So after you've had a turn, then everybody else will have a turn to try to go out and try to build up their collections or to mess up other collections as best as they can. When that's done, then that will be the end of the round or the end of the game. And you guys will count up however many points you have, and you score any secret points that you've gotten as well. And whoever has the most points wins. So in that sense, it's very, very similar to Phase 10. We highly recommend this game to people who enjoy playing card games like this. If you enjoy Phase 10, this is just a step up from it. It usually will probably take about 15 to 20 minutes to play this. People that are 12 and up can play this as well. It's a pretty decent party game. I've personally had more success playing this with my family than I have had at parties. If you're looking for a quick, easy game to play, like on a board game night that you have, this would be one that you could play as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at 801 Paragon or to message us on Facebook. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.